This is a quick video for our Do You Know section of the YouTube channel. And today we're going to talk about how much we write. So not exactly word count, not exactly page count, but that kind of idea. As you'll see with a lot of what I share, I don't give you really strict guidelines on that. You will find that many instructors do, and it's also part of jobs more often than not. When someone wants a memo or a letter to a client or different information like that, they'll often give sort of an idea of what they want, how many words they want, how many pages that it can go to. I tend to keep it kind of open because I feel like we're all really different. I tend to use lots of words because I have lots of words spilling out of me. So I don't want someone like me with lots of words to feel really pressured to completely tighten the hatch on that. Also, some people are going to be really crisp and really focused and detailed in what they share, and they're not going to use a lot of words. And that's the other side of the spectrum that I don't want to feel pressured. I don't want you to think, oh, I just have to add words to make it look like bigger. I want you to add things that are important, that are about content, and I want you to do that within your space. Within that, though, I am thinking about the fact that there are often very clear word counts or page counts, and then I want you to be able to handle those at some later point. So when we look at something like our reading responses, I'm thinking a paragraph or two. I'm thinking a page, maybe a little bit more. Part of what I'm doing there is thinking about time. Obviously, I want you to be thinking about our assignments. I want you to think about what we're doing and how we're processing information. But when we're talking about something like a discussion board or a reading response, I'm thinking I'd really like about an hour of your time. An hour is the middle, right? So for someone, it could be 20 or 30 minutes. For someone else, it could be 2 to 3 hours. It's just about how you're processing that material and how comfortable you are sharing it. It could be about your typing speed. All these different things are worked into that. But I'm thinking within a window of like a morning or an afternoon. Once it starts to go beyond that, I feel like we're taking too much of your time for that. And that is the key point of word and page counts. We're talking time. Time is money. Time is life. You really reach that point when you start to think, oh, that dinner costs an hour of my life because I make X amount per hour. So that's what we're thinking as well for work and for academics. How much time are you spending on that? Because that time is really precious and valuable. So when we do something like our research paper or when we do a close reading response where we're expanding it, we are no longer saying we want it to be just a morning or just an afternoon. We start to say, well, that should take maybe a day. Obviously you could break that up into 2 or 3 or 4 days, but we're looking at, 4 hours, 8 hours. We're starting to sort of itemize it. So when you look at those numbers, please realize that it's a lot more than just someone being like, oh, I like 4, so it'll be 440 words. It's not really like that. It's saying, how much time is reasonable and good for you to spend on this? I want you to think about it. I want you to process it, but I also don't want you doing that forever. And that leads to the final point. What if it's taking you a lot of time? What if it feels really overwhelming that you have worked on it for a day or two and you still feel like it needs more, but like you're not sure where that should go? That is a big indication that you need to talk to your instructor and get some supports. I love helping with those issues. They happen different times, different classes, and it is part of what I'm training you for and how I'm supporting you. So the key point is to trust your gut. If it feels like, fine, I took 4 hours, but that's me, that's the time I want to spend on it. If it took you 30 minutes and you're like, yeah, that's me, I type fast, the ideas just came. If it's taking you 4 hours and you feel like something isn't right, that was too much, that was too difficult, that's when you need to reach out. Trust yourself, explore how long these things are taking you, and reach out for that support.